Hi everyone, thanks for joining me. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Lori Hopkins and I'm coming to you today from my home in Moncton, New Brunswick, Canada. Thanks for taking some time out of your busy schedules to chat with me. So today I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about why we should be living with intention in this hour, right now. So we all know that we're in the midst of a whole lot of changes. And I want to come and encourage you today that a whole lot of changes and uncertainty can actually open up a door of opportunity for us if we just know how to use it. So, because we're all in the midst of a lot of changing right now, I want to talk a little bit about the difference between a change and a shift. So, for me, a change is what happens when change happens to us. Things happen around us and we are changed. We don't necessarily agree with it, we don't necessarily participate in it, but it's going to happen regardless. Shifting, however, happens when we lean in and we choose to participate in the change. And when we choose to participate in the change, we end up getting a greater change, which really is a shifting. So something that you need to know about shifting is that it's very intentional. Shifting doesn't just happen. Change happens. Shifting requires intentionality. And when we're talking about intentionality, there's three things that we really need to have in order to be moving in intention. So the first thing that we need is resolve. The second thing we need is vision. And the third thing is a strategy. So when we're talking about resolve really is that choice that we're making to lean in. So I'm choosing to be intentional. I'm choosing to lean in. I've resolved that I'm going to be intentional and I'm going to make a shift rather than a change. The second thing that we are looking at is vision. And vision really comes with your perspective and where your perspective is coming from and how you remind yourself of your perspective and you maintain your perspective. And strategy really refers to concrete plans. You can't have a strategy unless you have a plan. And planning usually comes through a process of brainstorming and goal setting. So basically, as a part of my choosing to lean in and to shift in this season rather than just allowing change to happen to me, I'm going to be doing a series of short videos to help people walk through the process of moving with intention. So if you're interested in joining me on this journey, which I really hope you will, I need you to do a couple of things. First of all, I need you to send me an email. And I need you to send that email to Lori at lauriehopkins.ca. So that's LAURIE at LAURIEHOPKINS.ca. Once I get your email, I'm going to do three things. First of all, I'm going to send you a link to my professional Facebook page. And with that link, I'm going to give you instructions on how to like and follow the page so that you'll get notifications when I post the new videos. The second thing I'm going to send you is a link or an invite to the Moving with Intention Facebook group. Now, this group is accessible only by invite, and it's a safe place where we can ask questions, we can share some of our answers and our thoughts, and we can support one another throughout this journey. And the last thing I'm going to send you today is I'm going to send you a link to a worksheet that you can use to answer the questions I'm going to ask you in a few minutes. So, step one, send me an email, Lori at lauriehopkins.ca. Once you get that email, you'll get some instructions on how to link into my Facebook page, to link into the group, and then to access a free worksheet for you to use to answer the questions that are coming up. So at this point in time, I'm going to give you a little homework. So if you're going to come on this journey with us, there's going to be homework every week, and there's going to be activities and tools that I'm going to give you that I'm going to get you to go away with and use to work through, and then we'll come back and review in each video and in the private Facebook group. So the question for today really is around your resolve. So there are two questions. Let me just make sure that I have them right here. So question one is, when I look back at this season of my life, how do I want to remember it and how do I want to feel about it? Okay, that's question one. When I look back at this season of my life, how do I want to remember it and how do I want to feel about it? Okay, question two, am I ready to shift? Or will I be content in allowing myself just to be changed in this season? Okay, question two, am I ready to shift? Or will I be content in allowing myself just to be changed in this season? So these two questions really are dealing with this first piece of intentionality, which is resolve, and about choosing to lean in. So before we can go to kind of all the fun stuff of vision and strategy and making plans, we need to decide whether we're going to allow things to change, allow it to happen, or whether we're going to lean in, participate, and work on the shift, which is that very intentional process. So those are the two questions that I want you to start with. So over the next couple of days before I release the next video, I need you to sit down, take some time, and really be honest with yourself about your answers to those questions. Again, if you email me at lori@lorihopkins.ca, one of the things I'm going to send you is a link to a worksheet that you can answer those questions on. So that's about all I have for you today. One thing before we go, I wanted to, two more points I wanted to make before we go, actually. First of all, it's really important to understand that this process isn't all about doing, because I know some of you are sitting there and you're saying, I don't want to do anything. I don't want to plan. I don't want to do a whole lot of things and keep busy. This is a time where I want to rest and relax. And that's okay too, because sometimes once you get to your concrete plans and your goal setting, sometimes what you're finding is that you're not actually doing. You're not doing. So that's just as an important thing to find out at the end as it is a list of to-do things. The other thing that I wanted to talk about very briefly is that the whole process revolves around seeking the Lord and seeking the Lord for guidance and direction in this hour. I really believe that there's a sound that He has placed in each one of us that needs to be released into the atmosphere at this time, okay, in this hour. So moving with intention and living with intention and walking through this process is a process to help you take what you're hearing from the Lord and actually put it into a concrete action plan. So that's all I have for you today. Next video, we'll be talking a bit more about vision and perspective, and then further videos we'll move on to strategy. And I just noticed that strategy is missing an R on my bulletin board. So please forgive me for that. I'll fix that for next time. Anyway, that's all I have for you today. Please join me on this journey. Once again, Lori@lorihopkins.ca. I'll send you everything you need to get started. Thanks for jumping on and joining me. Look forward to talking to you next time. Bye.